Welcome back.
Good
it's
evening.
Sunday one
Hi.
more time. Wow, who knew? So today is a very special day because we just got back to school and I haven't started any big projects to talk about yet. So today we're going to talk about our top 5 favorite movies of the year. And to do that, we have our very special guest, Hiram Corbett. Hooray!
It's a bomb!
So we're just going to cut right to the chase.
Okay, we're going to dive right in.
Yeah, dive right on in. And I'm going to throw out my number 5. You're going to throw out your number 5. And I'm going to do 4. You do 4. You get the picture. And you get the picture. We're going to be fine. All right.
We'll do it. Let's do it.
Without any further ado or shenanigans of any sort. Number 5, Ex Machina. This movie is crazy. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. No.
All right, you gotta watch it. It's like a story about human nature, but it tells it through robots.
Really?
And it is a wonderful movie. That's all I really have to say about it. So you have
That's
to-
like, it's funny because like when I saw the poster of it, when I saw the promotional poster, I thought it looked like the 1927 movie Metropolis.
Yeah,
Is it like kind of like that sort of?
not really, other than that there's a robot, but I guess maybe they probably drew some inspiration from the robot. But let's move on. What is your number 5? I'm dying to know.
Okay, my number 5 pick personally is the blockbuster that came out earlier in 2015, and that would be Furious 7.
Why?
Why? Well, I mean, like it's got everything. It's got the action down. It's a lot of fun. It has a lot of like guest appearances. It has the action star Tony Jaa's first appearance in a Hollywood film. The guy who did Ong Bak and Muay Thai Warrior and all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. All right.
Number 4, Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Oh, that was awesome.
This movie was such a surprise to me. I had no idea it was going to be good. I went into it. I'm a big fan of Matthew Vaughn, the director, so I knew it wasn't going to be bad.
No.
But as a single person on Valentine's Day, I went to go see this movie because I was like, seems like a good time. I was right. It was a good time, and it was one of my favorite movies of the year, obviously.
That movie was nuts.
It was nuts.
It was just an insane, crazy movie. It's a whole lot of fun. My number 4 is Rogue Nation. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. It is literally, it's another great film. Nobody would really expect how good it is because Ghost Protocol before it was also kind of the best of the series.
Mhm.
In Rogue Nation, this one was kind of like everything was down to the wire. I mean, the action is just as much as more high octane. Tom Cruise is better than ever. We have Benji. I keep forgetting that guy's name.
Where do you think you would put that one in comparison to the other Mission Impossible movies?
I would put that. I'm not sure. I would put that like right under Ghost Protocol.
Gotcha. And is Ghost Protocol your favorite?
It's my favorite.
My favorite is Mission Impossible 3, but I've not seen the new one, so who's to say? All right, my number 3 may come as a shock to people. Mad Max Fury Road.
Wow.
A lot of people have this as their 2 and 1. We'll get to that later. There's not anything wrong with this movie. I think it's great. I love watching it every single time that I see it. I love every second of it. It's just that 2 and 1 hold just a slightly more special place in my heart.
It's wonderful. The guy who directed Happy Feet. It's just
Wow, who knew?
who knew? I mean, it was just one big giant chase in the entire film. Usually that would be saved for the climax, but no, that was the entire film. It was a giant Roadrunner coyote sort of cartoon, but put in reality with practical special effects. That was really what dazzled me.
That's the most hilarious synopsis Roadrunner and Coyote put into live action. I mean, it's true.
Yeah,
right?
That's what it is.
But yeah,
because like it's back then it was silent and like nobody was talking. It was minimal dialogue, and like people still enjoyed it. There's a reason why people still enjoyed it. And Mad Max Fury Road is the same concept. It was brilliant in that sense.
Hold on to your butts. We're about to get to Hiram's number 3.
My number 3 is definitely, I hate to say it, but I mean, it's definitely Inside Out. And the reason why I would hate to say it, because I would put Normally I would put it higher than that, but we'll see. But Inside Out, before seeing, I knew this is going to be a great movie because Pete Docter never really let us down.
Yes,
he's our favorite Pixar director thus far. With Monsters Inc. Up, he worked on the original Toy Story. I mean, this guy's a legend, like the highest of storytellers, and it's phenomenal. If you haven't seen it,
you have to see it.
You've got to see it.
Pete Docter's movies are always the most intelligent while also being the funniest and having the most heartfelt moments. Listen, Brad Bird is like right up there with them.
Yeah,
But to me, Pete Docter is just a little bit over the top.
No doubt. He has the best concepts.
Yeah.
After seeing movies like Cars 2 and Brave.
Hiram's an animation major, in case people were wondering, so he feels very strongly about Pixar.
Yeah, and we're the Pixar generation. And from seeing Inside Out, I thought to my mind after watching the movie, I left the theater thinking, Pixar's back.
Me too. And I cried for the first time ever in a movie in my entire life. In case you have not guessed, my number 2 is Inside Out, which we just talked about. So we can just whiz on by that one and move right on to your number 2.
Which is really no need for explanation because my number 2 is also Mad Max.
Wow. Yeah. What an anticlimactic number 3 and number 2 we've got. But now, time for the main event. It's the moment you've all been waiting for since you learned it was happening about 2 minutes ago or however long that ends up being. I've been on the edge of my seat waiting to reveal this. Both of our number 1 favorite movie of the year is Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Yeah!
Wow.
Come on.
What a good time at the movies.
What a great time it was.
Is it the most perfect movie to come out this year?
No.
But is it my favorite? Yes. I had a blast watching this movie. I've seen it 4 times. It's the most times I've ever seen a movie in theaters, and I will probably see it more times, for sure.
It's fantastic. It's got everything. I mean, it really feels like Star Wars after so many years of disappointment from the prequels. And it really is a reintroduction to a new generation of audiences.
Oh, for sure. I don't know. It's just everything just really came together for me. I love J.J. Abrams' style. Somehow, every movie he comes out with, even as ones that people claim are bad, such as Star Trek Into Darkness, I still really like that movie. And Super 8, a lot of people don't like. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. So maybe it's just, there's something about J.J. Abrams' style that just gets to me every time.
Maybe it's a lens flare.
So that's all the time we have. Now you know our top 5 favorite movies of the year. So next Sunday, I will hopefully have ramped up on some of these projects that I volunteered on. But until then, stay cool. And remember, only you can prevent wildfires. Goodbye.